Okay, I've got my first two cards coming out. The first couple of cards from this Mermaid Oracle card deck, I'm really kind of asking Spirit for like a theme for the month as we start the year ahead. Okay. I'm just going to go for one more, and then I'll let you know what they mean. So far what I'm seeing is like there's a lot of sexual energy around you just now, okay? I feel like there's like a lot of romance, okay? Some of you could be falling in love or already in love. Okay, you've got divine sensuality. Okay, making love erotica. Look how comfortable she is in her skin, okay? Now, I feel as if this could also be to do with self-love, loving ourselves, being comfortable with our sexuality. But we've also got soul cage, we've got rescue, escape from captivity, resurrection. This actually came up for Taurus as well, so this could be like a current theme for earth signs, okay? Wanting to break free from be the person that saves everyone all the time, wanting to kind of go your own way. You've also got freedom, okay? So that is anchoring this message that you really want to be free just now. You're perhaps starting like a new beginning, a new cycle, and you're wanting your own individual personal freedom, okay? Independence, self-determination. Where does love and romance come into this? Can you give space for a relationship just now? If you look at the number in that, it's 22, okay? That's usually an indication of 22 is like a twin flame number, okay? I feel like maybe some of you need to get right with yourself before you go into a relationship, okay? I feel like relationships are quite heavily on your mind just now. But you've also got time and tide, oceanic spells and rituals, okay? If you look closely, she has drawn this heart in the sand. Okay, so it feels like there's like a time and a place for romance. I really feel as if there's something on your mind to do with relationships, but it's maybe like working out when to make your best move, okay? I'm getting like a lot of that kind of Virgo energy where you're kind of, it's all mental energy, it's all kind of thinking about things, maybe thinking about them too much instead of taking action. But I've also been drawn to this card here, okay? And it says the magic of the Kohelan truth, and it says caution, secrecy, and wariness. So perhaps maybe you're not making any moves towards love or to explore romantic options because you're feeling wary, you're feeling maybe too tied down to the past. Okay, so let's have a look at your cards for the month ahead. I'm just going to ask Spirit to pull out some for the start of the month, middle of the month, end of the month. Okay. Okay, so we're dealing with a lot of swords energy, so we're dealing with a lot of mental energy, getting caught up in our head quite a bit. A couple more cards, please, Spirit. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of cards. Right, hang on, one more. Okay. So the start of the month, I feel like you maybe feel like you are in the right place right now in your life where you're kind of working on yourself, and maybe you feel like maybe you've been pretending on the outside that you feel totally content within yourself, okay? That you're maybe ready for something new, or you're ready for a new relationship. You've got the Nine of Cups inverted, which is, you know what, if it's the right way up, and we're kind of talking about wish fulfillment, we're talking about being ready for something new, we're talking about happiness, ready to complete a cycle. It's inverted, which tells me that we still need a bit of growing and learning to do. We still need to do a bit of self-love, a little bit of work on ourselves. We like to think that we're maybe ready for something new. There's something holding us back, okay? And it's right next to the Seven of Swords here. And when the Seven of Swords come up, this is really an indication of kind of sneaky energy, okay? So think about lies, deception. What I would say is it's kind of about getting away with something, okay? It's about getting away with something. I'm particularly drawn to the fact that this person has like a blue cloak, okay? And the blue is associated with the throat chakra, okay? So perhaps you or someone else could be getting away with something, maybe without speaking your truth. Maybe you're holding back and telling someone the truth, okay? Maybe you're not communicating what it is that you want when it comes to partnerships. This is a particular message for certain people, like, so this won't resonate with everyone, okay? But what I'm kind of feeling here is that maybe some of you are running away from things instead of facing up to them, relationships in particular, okay? Because you're not quite, you don't feel ready, okay? Maybe something's happened in your past, maybe you've got some old trauma to deal with. You think that it's easier to kind of slip under the radar, as if you're not going to be noticed, okay? So this could be ghosting someone. You could be ghosting someone because of, you know, the past where maybe you were ghosted, maybe you had someone run off, maybe you had someone do you dirty. But don't think that you're going unnoticed. This is about, I feel like for some of us, we're not really facing up to either our responsibilities, okay, or we're not facing up to the lessons that are put in front of us. We're trying to swerve past the lesson in the situation, thinking that we're maybe not going to get caught, or nobody's going to notice, or that, you know, you can kind of brush over this and just start again somewhere else. Yeah, so I feel very much that this is kind of what's going on. Now, for some of you, this may be someone's doing this to you. Maybe someone has lied to you. Maybe someone's not being completely honest with you. Maybe there's more to a situation than you're currently being told right now, specifically to do with work and career or family matters. Maybe there's something that you need to find out, okay, that is not being shown to you right now, okay? But it looks as if, like, whatever it is you're doing, you're trying your best to move forward. Okay, you're trying your best to move forward. I see you kind of focusing on money and stability just now, okay? Trying to get right with you, trying to get healthy, trying to, for some of you, I feel as if this is actual work and kind of investing money, okay? It is a fresh start. There could even be a possible relationship here, but only if you're not, you know, you need to kind of come clean. You need to speak what's on your mind here, okay? You need to speak what's on your mind here, because either you or someone else isn't being totally truthful about how they really feel, okay? By the middle of the month, I feel that you could be stepping into that power and you could be laying down your boundaries, okay? It could be that the person that you're involved with wants to talk about this, wants to talk about what it is that you want, but it looks as if you've got some kind of clarity about how you want to move forward, and what it is that you want to do. You've also got the star here. Okay, so the star is an indication of success. So whether it is starting a new relationship or if it's to do with career, you will be successful. You do have to be open and honest though. What I'm kind of sensing is that maybe when I say like open and honest, I feel like maybe some of you are not, it's not that you're lying, it's more like you're keeping certain parts of your story to yourself because you think that maybe you don't want to give someone too much information, you don't want anybody to have too much power over you. But what I'm kind of seeing is that I feel like you're kind of just creating more of a mess for yourself because if you're not being open and honest with the people around about you or the people that are trying to get close to you, I feel as if this is about letting people into your heart. Like I feel like there's like some trust issues here. You're going to put yourself in a position where you create a bigger problem for yourself and you burn yourself. Okay? The Two of Swords is indicating that you've maybe got like a choice to make. Now this could be between you and someone else, okay? It could be that maybe you have two romantic interests, you're not really sure what to do, or maybe the person that you're involved with could be involved with someone else as well. What's interesting is that seeing the Seven of Swords here, you've got this two swords crossing over one another, which is indicating like maybe a partnership that's already established. So for me, that would suggest that there could be like a third party situation going on. Either you're involved in a third party situation or someone else is involved in a third party situation, and you or that other person has to be making some sort of choice. But it is all going to begin with communication, okay? No secrets. If you don't communicate this month with the people around about you, again, I mean, I'm not saying it's like anybody's lying. I feel as if it's maybe just keeping certain truths to themselves, not giving the full story, not purposely misleading people is kind of what I'm kind of getting. But there seems to be like disappointment, okay, anxiety and disappointment, okay, and when the Nine of Swords comes up, this anxiety and disappointment can often be our own doing, okay? So if you're not going to be straight with the people around you, if you're not going to like let them help you or be vulnerable with them, you're going to create more of this situation because if they don't know what you want, they can't be open with you either. They can't, you just can't reach some sort of compromise. The Hierophant could be more study coming in for some of you. Maybe that some of you are maybe taking time out to go study, but it could also be that maybe you are starting a partnership. You are looking for commitment. If you look at this card, you've got the two students in front of the teacher here. So I feel like this is some sort of mediation between you and another person. Perhaps this is where you maybe need to look at where your previous relationships went wrong. Maybe look at where you're being triggered and how to go about them. How can you resolve these issues that are showing up in your romantic life? You've also got the Three of Cups, which is indicating celebration and success. And again, this could be like a third party situation also. Depending on what is going on for you. I'm just going to clarify that Three of Cups. Because it could be that it's success, it could be that you're successful in what you're doing, you've got a reason to celebrate, or it could be something else. I feel as if like you've got the Ten of Cups here. So this could be celebration of maybe getting the relationship that you're looking for or being in a harmonious relationship. If you're single and you're not wanting to be in a relationship just now, this could be having that happiness within yourself, that completion within yourself. But for many of you, I feel as if this is to do with relationships. And if you want this 10 of Cups, if you want this kind of happy ever after, you need to be vulnerable with people around you. You need to be honest. You need to be open. You need to kind of put yourself in the line, even though it's hard, even though it's scary, even though you feel like you might kind of make it yourself more worse off. I really feel like being vulnerable with the people around you is going to bring you the happiness that you're seeking. Okay, but there's too much mental energy here. There's too much thinking. There's not enough action. There's not enough leading from the heart space. I'm just going to go to the angel answers to get you some cards that's coming up for you in January 2020. Reconsider. Okay, so it could be that you're reconsidering like the current choices you've made, or that you've currently made, or it could be, again, it could be to do with that communication, okay, that I was talking about. Look at the blue around this angel. It does look like Archangel Michael, okay, with the sword and the blue, okay. So blue associated with throat chakra. So this is about speaking our truths, okay? It's not too late to change your mind about this situation if you've already made your mind up and you feel like you maybe can't track backwards. You can reconsider, okay? It's not too late to save a relationship. Let's see what else is coming up for you. Within the next few months, okay, so whatever it is that you're asking about, within the next few months you should have reached your goal. You've also got perfect timing. Everything's happening in perfect timing. Right, let's go for one more. Wait. Okay. Don't rush into anything. Okay, perfect timing. Okay. But do reconsider, okay? So if you're maybe thinking about maybe holding back with someone, maybe kind of thinking about how much you should tell someone of how you feel, or I really strongly feel that you shouldn't be holding back this month. I feel like you really need to speak your truth, okay? Let's look at what's going to be going on in your love life. Get 2 cards. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Okay, so this could be going inwards. Okay, maybe going inwards, maybe sitting in meditation, maybe kind of getting in touch with yourself and who you really are and what it is that you want. You've also got to pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So it could be that you have certain things that are showing up in your love life which are red flags. Okay, it could be that your behavior is triggering like a red flag type of scenario. I mean, that could be the other way about it. Could be the other person that you're dealing with. Maybe there's some red flags there. But you've also got to express your love. Okay, so that is strongly it strongly emphasizes this message about speaking your truth. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay. Get a couple of cards from the crystal angels. Let's see. We can tie up. You have got trying balancing masculine and feminine energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence, okay? Could be about balancing your feelings, could be about balancing work versus relationships. I feel like this goes back to what I was saying about being too stuck in your head, like too much mental energy. Maybe we need to kind of balance the head and balance the heart. You know, maybe we need to, maybe we're not coming from the heart space enough. You have got socialise or join in, make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. Okay, so it could be that this month, like maybe you need to kind of branch out. Maybe you need to meet new people that are kind of like-minded, that are going to help you open up. One more card, please, Spirit. Wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. So those look like pretty good cards. The green is associated with the heart chakra, and what I was really saying about, you know, opening up the heart space more, speaking more from the heart, getting more into your heart. I feel as if that is going to be hugely beneficial for you this month, okay, Virgo? So this month, make sure that you are communicating from the heart. Don't get too stuck in your head. Speak your truth, especially if you want relationship success. Okay, so if you enjoyed this reading, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.